Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, and today we are going to be. I'm just gonna give kind of my review slash reaction to E3 as a whole, instead of just doing individual videos for each one. So I'm only going to be doing Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. I didn't watch the Square Enix or the Ubisoft presentations or any of the other little things in between. I just kind of caught the highlights of those, but I did watch Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in its entirety. So just starting off, I will say I think Microsoft had overall the best presentation, I guess you can say, for E3. They definitely showed off the most games out of either company. They showed off the most games. It was fluent as far as the presentation went. It was just, back to back to back. There wasn't a lot of wait time in between and, things like that. And they showed off, I believe it was 50 games. And while a lot of the games, or a majority of the games were for 2019 instead of 2018, and they did show mostly just trailers and not much gameplay of many games, I do feel just like overall as a package they had the best presentation, and they kicked the show off with a brand new Halo game. I believe they're calling it Halo Infinite or Halo Infinity, I forget. It's Halo Infinite, one of those two. And it looks pretty cool, looks different from what we're used to with the Halo game, and I love Halo, so looking forward to that. What else looked really good from Microsoft? The new Forza Horizon 4, I believe. That looks really, really good. I'm actually very interested in picking that up. And off the top of my head, I can't roll. There's new Battletoads coming out, which they didn't show any gameplay, or in the trailer they didn't even show anything. It was just kind of an announcement. What else from Microsoft? There wasn't a whole lot that me personally I was looking forward to, like that changed my mind, whereas like I had to get it. Any games that I needed to get I've already had pre-ordered, so but those were some of the highlights. And again, it was just, I think their presentation was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, so they had a lot of stuff to go through. And they had to redeem themselves from last year. All they really talked about was the Xbox One X, and then we all know the debacle that happened a few years ago when the Xbox One and the PS4 were going head to head in E3, how Xbox kind of dug their own grave with that. But overall, I think they redeemed themselves. I think they did a really solid job. Now moving on to Sony, which was the following night. Oh man, it was bad. It was a very, very bad presentation wise, not the games or anything like that. They started the show off in this weird tent type of thing, and then they started with the Last of Us 2 trailer, which started off very weird with like this lesbian scene, and it was very strange. But once I got into the gameplay, the gameplay looks absolutely sick for The Last of Us 2. And I didn't get to play the original Last of Us, but I've heard many great things about it. Now that I have a PS3 and PS4 in my collection, I'm going to pick up The Last of Us, the original Last of Us, and then I'll eventually pick up The Last of Us 2. It's not high on my priority list, so I probably won't pick it up day one, but sometime, maybe Black Friday, or if I catch it on a sale or something, I'll pick it up. So they started with that. They showed that trailer, it was great, and then they went to like a 20-30 minute intermission because they had to switch venues, live at E3. So they started off in a tent, then after that presentation, they had to move everyone over to the actual conference area or whatever, which it's cool, I guess. If you're there live in person, it kind of immerses you into the experience a little bit, but watching at home, it just took me out of it, really. It's like, all right, we're ready for the games, we got one game, what's next? A 30-minute break followed by some weird concert type of thing that was related to whatever game was coming up next, but that concert was really stupid, and no one even seemed live to even care about it. They didn't really clap much. No one really knew what was going on, and I can't remember the name of the game, but whatever that game is, it came second for the Sony's E3. It was like some samurai type of game. That looks really cool. What else was there? Oh, an extended Kingdom Hearts trailer. That one looked really good. I liked that. I was already planning to get Kingdom Hearts anyways, but that trailer from Kingdom Hearts was pretty cool. And they had a couple of games sprinkled in between. I feel like Sony didn't show off a lot of games. I felt like they only showed off maybe 10 games, like you know, could be wrong. I just felt like they didn't show off a lot of games. But they ended with Spider-Man, and I've been looking forward to Spider-Man since whenever it was first announced. That's when I was looking forward to Spider-Man. That's the whole reason, the main reason I have a PS4 now was strictly for that game. And I think it was like a 7-minute gameplay trailer. Oh my god, that looks insane. The Arkham City is my favorite superhero video game of all time. Spider-Man may be giving it a run for its money. It looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for that. September 7th, I think, is the release date. I don't know, but I cannot wait for Spider-Man on the PS4. So yeah, they ended with Spider-Man, and that was it for Sony. And then the following day, which was yesterday, was Nintendo. They didn't have like a traditional, like Microsoft and Sony did, like a conference center type of thing. They didn't have like a live thing. Oh, they had a live thing, but a live presentation. It was actually a Nintendo Direct video, which we've all been getting for years now, since the 3DS, I believe, originally came out, is when we began these Nintendo Directs. And it was cool. It looks like they're phasing out the 3DS. They didn't mention anything about the 3DS, no new games, nothing for the 3DS. And it makes sense because the Switch is technically a handheld anyway. I'm pretty sure they're done with the 3DS. They're going to start phasing that out. But they didn't show a lot of new Switch games. Really, I don't think any of the... I mean, they showed, games, but nothing that was really interesting. No big titles, no Metroid, no Yoshi. They showed Mario Tennis, but that comes out next week. Yeah, they didn't really show any like big first-party Nintendo titles. Oh, and I just thought of another game from the Microsoft presentation, Session, which is a new skateboarding game, which looks really cool. If you're a fan of the Tony Hawk or the Skate series, you should like this. And it's more towards the Skate series. It's more realistic skating simulator than the arcade style of Tony Hawk. But that looked really cool. I thought it was going to be a new skate game, but it's a new franchise called Session. Looks really cool. I might check that out. Not day one, though. That's probably something I'll catch on sale or something. But jumping back into Nintendo, yeah, they didn't show a lot. Like, what they showed, it was just like third-party and indie titles and nothing really too interesting. And their presentation was an hour long. The last 30 minutes, all they talked about was the new Super Smash Brothers, which I didn't mind because that's all I was looking forward to. It would have been nice to see some newer Switch games announced or whatever, but I was just strictly Smash. That's I knew they were gonna show stuff. I did not anticipate that they were going woo. Oh man, if you've been following me on Instagram since yesterday, you know this is all I've been talking about. I did not know that they were going to put every single Smash character ever from Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4. Any character that's ever been in Smash is in this game. I don't know if every stage is going to be in this game, but I know each stage is getting like the battlefield and then the regular flat, I forgot what that, Omega. So they're all getting that. They're tweaking all the fighting styles, and there's new assist trophies, and Bomberman's in the game as well as an assist trophy, and Ridley finally made it, which I didn't really care about. Like, I feel like the internet has kind of overhyped Ridley, and I've been watching a lot of reaction videos, and everyone's like, oh my god, Ridley, but I don't really think, I don't know, I don't see, like, it's cool, but it's not like, oh my god, I've been waiting my whole life for this. I don't know. It's just me. I wasn't that hype on Ridley. It's cool to see, and I'll gladly take another new character, especially from the Metroid series, because the only Metroid characters we have are Samus and Zero Suit Samus, I think, and then there's like other assist trophies and stuff, but as far as playable characters. But man, I am excited. December 7th cannot hurry up and get here. And it's going to be compatible with GameCube controllers, so I have to get a adapter for my Switch, which I'm going to pick up on Friday once I get paid. And yeah, that's man, Smash. I want to play it right now. But that is pretty much it. So overall, as far as a collective, I think Microsoft did have, and this I love Xbox. That is my main system. But non-biased speaking, I do think that they did have overall the best presentation, and just as far as the delivery, the pacing, and all of that. Sony gameplay wise, they had the most gameplay I guess if you count. No, Smash didn't really even have gameplay. It was more just showing the game elements. But Sony had a lot of gameplay shown. Microsoft was really just trailers. And Nintendo was really just talking about Smash, basically. Like, the first 20 minutes, it was like, okay, here's a game, here's a game, here's a new game, here's a new game. Okay, we're getting to Smash, that's it. And I didn't care. I know some people are upset. I can't wait for Smash. I'm so hyped on that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So now I'm ready to watch Avatar. That's all I've been doing. I've been rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender since I picked up that Blu-ray set that I unboxed a few days ago. So I'm ready to jump back into that. So I'm going to wrap this video up now, edit it, and jump back into Avatar. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Click the notification bell so you're notified anytime I post a video. And also follow me on Instagram. The link is in my description. I post more frequently on there, and I post certain stuff on there that I don't show off on here, as far as like my video game collection or whatever. And if you're a fan of Smash, I put a really cool Smash picture up with all the games. So yeah, check my Instagram, link is in the description. Stay tuned for more, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.